Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't.
Welcome back to Rubbin Minds. Indeed, it has been an interesting conversation so far. We have been talking about news highlights, and a big congratulations to our team for doing us proud. 2-1. Yes, there have been debates on, well, how secure was that win. But now it's time for the segment of the show where we discuss a single issue and really get into it. And now I have with me in the studio Olugbemi Odunto, a lawyer, as well as Kayode Oyemakinde, also a lawyer. It's very interesting when you have lawyers, because you have to be very careful what you say, because there's always like three sides to every story, and they are seeing things you don't see. So I'm really interested in hearing your opinions. And the issue at hand is the DSS invasion of judges. So let's just put that into context. When this news broke, what was your view? Olugbemi.
Well, it was as shocking as it came into it.
Like shocking, or like, oh, this shouldn't have happened, I'm shocked.
Like, what's going on? Like, why is DSS? Because the news report says DSS tried to abduct judges. I'm like, why are they abducting judges? Like, and the time of the report was late in the night, around 9 p.m. or so, and it carried on all through the night. So it was quite surprising that that kind of thing would happen. And at the earliest stages of those reports, some were saying the CGN designate was part of the people arrested, but it eventually turned out it wasn't. But the news coming in at that stage was alarming.
Did it also have that same impact on you, Kayode?
Actually,
are you shocked, or it was like, okay, here we go again?
I was not shocked, because if you look at the antecedents of the Department of State Security, they are used to behave, very funny most times.
When you say funny, like comedic funny, or
the way they act, they mostly turn logic on its head, and they do some certain things that in a civilized society you will not expect.
Give an example. When you say turn it on its head, and what you won't expect in a civilized society, because you're not saying that Nigeria is not a civilized society.
Good. I don't want to mention some certain names. The way they carry out their arrests most times, the way they pick up people, the way they are not political. That's a fact. If in the last dispensation and previous dispensations, administrations, any perceived enemy of the administration in power, the DSS is always a major tool they use in executing whatever intent or mission they have to execute. So they're doing it. When I first had, I drove in and I saw the headline and I laughed actually, and I was very tired to even start going through a series of.
But with these preconceived notions that you already have, and these beliefs you have that the DSS is a tool of the government in power to sort of straighten people out and bring people to the right side that they should be on, then this kind of news shouldn't be surprising to you.
That's what I said. I wasn't surprised. And later when I started reading how it went out, I knew that, well, it's normal for the DSS to always act like this. That's how they do. But the funny thing there is that the judiciary, with all due respect, they've really supported the DSS in carrying out some of these nefarious activities. For example, you will see DSS, they will disobey court rulings, they will tell them to do so, and they will ignore it. A judge will give a ruling and they will disregard such. So the judges too now can see that they really emboldened the DSS, and the chicken has come home to roost. It is now, the table has turned. But really, the table turned, yes, but what the DSS did, I'll condemn it in its entirety.
Okay, so Olugbemi, this whole idea of treating a child and then the child comes back to eat you, so that he has presented in the case of, we've been allowing you, we've been empowering you, we've been emboldening you, you've had our subtle support in doing these things as a judiciary, which we should be speaking about, and now it's coming back to eat them or bite them in the face. Do you agree?
I understand where it's coming from, the perception that the state security service or the DSS has been let loose for so long. But I don't think it's particularly limited to the DSS.
But what I'm saying is, do you feel that the judiciary has been empowering the DSS to behave in such a way? So now that they are the receiving end, they shouldn't be so surprised.
Well, we can't live in a society that is that disposed, honestly, because court decisions are made, judgments are handed down to authorities. They are required by law to obey and comply. Now, if in many cases this particular outfit, the security outfit, had not been responding in like manner to the decisions of the court, I don't think it's inherently the fault of the court.
So you don't think the judiciary is complicit?
I don't think the judiciary is at fault for the rascality of these organizations.
Okay, and you don't feel in any way the judiciary has allowed the rascality of these organizations, because you said it's not just the DSS, to continue? You don't think by maybe not taking a harder stand, or the body language as we've used before, that they are already saying, okay, we're not going to say anything so much, so go ahead and do this?
I'm not aware of any instance where the judiciary had
openly come out to
any excess of any security outfit. In many cases, they would give decisions, and in some cases they will even tongue lash whoever is appearing before the court and all that. Now, to the fact that in some other instances, these security outfits get away with not obeying court rulings, that's another issue entirely. But as I said, it's not a fault to be put at the foot of
the judiciary.